Lewis Hart for the Ring magazine. Delighted today who's joining Isaac Chamberlain here at the Booth Gym in Surrey. Isaac, yeah, good to see you. Good to be speaking to you. How's things? How has everything been?
Yeah, everything's good, man. Just been working, grafting away, man.
Yeah, as I say, obviously here at the Booth Gym. Obviously, a lot of faces come here week in, week out. But how are you finding things here? I guess new surroundings for yourself and I guess, yeah, new beginnings. Are you enjoying it here?
Yeah, I love it here, man. You know, just grafting a lot. You know, grafting a lot with the team, with everyone here. I know it's a great vibe, a great atmosphere, man. I'm putting in the work here.
I guess from this point in your career, how important was it now, I guess, to have that switch and I guess change that surroundings after the Massey fight?
Yeah, it was important, you know. I feel like I needed a change. I feel like I was going a bit flat. I was kind of like, you know what I mean? I feel like I needed to learn a bit more. You know, the past coaches, they did what they could and they done a tremendous job. I feel like I just needed to get that next level, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as I say, it's probably, I'd say, 2025 probably been a bit of a frustrating start to the year, and obviously dealing with the fallout of the Viddal Riley fight. But yeah, I guess how would you view your start to the year so far? You know, do you look at it as a learning or is it frustrating?
I look at everything as a learning curve, you know, because it's one of them ones like you have to see everything positively. You know, what can I learn from this situation instead of dwelling on the past and being like, oh no, what happened, whatever. I'm just like, oh, you know, what can I learn? You know, I kind of look at, you know, more time in the gym, more time to train, more time to settle, you know, all of these things, I just take it into consideration, you know. Yeah.
Did that take time for you to feel like that? Not to feel like that over your career, or like as you matured, like even when you had frustrating periods of your career, do you feel like as you've matured, you've looked at things differently when it may have reacted?
I don't look at life the same way I did 5 years ago. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's all a blessing, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as I say, and sort of looking at this point now, how frustrating was that Viddal Riley pullout? You know, about 2 or 3 weeks out for a big fight and the one that you've been building. So
first of all, like, I've never pulled out of no fight, let alone fucking Viddal Riley, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? I've faced all the best in the world. I've faced the best, you know, champions. I fought, you know, big punchers. What am I scared of Viddal for? To pull out for that? No way. So I was, it was very frustrating for me, you know. It was a decision that we had to come through because I was in excruciating pain, you know, because of my situation, and it was a lot, man.
Yeah, that was the thing. I guess, you know, we can touch on it now. Obviously, dealing with that pullout, Viddal had quite a lot to say. Put a lot of stuff on social media, especially directed towards yourself. When, you know, this was the case of yourself being injured and whatnot, was that annoying to hear? Was it frustrating you even more when you were seeing that and I guess sort of doubting that legitimacy of the injury?
He's lucky I never saw him in person. Yeah, he's lucky I never saw him in person.
Mm-hmm. As I say, like,
he's lucky I never saw him in person straight.
Yeah, so there, as you say, clearly there was frustrations from Viddal to even sort of claim that towards yourself.
He's a joke, man.
Yeah. I guess there must be passion now to run that back, not to run it back, but to remake that fight. I know you put it on your Instagram, like
100%. You know, I would love to make that fight. Everybody's always talking about that fight. You know. Yeah, man, I would love to make that fight.
Well, I spoke to Viddal in the week, and I asked him about it, and he was sort of playing the sort of the game of, look, you know, until you present an opportunity to him, whether that be a belt or whatnot, he has not much. There's not much reason in him fighting you.
Who else is going to fight?
Well, he was
that people are going to talk about. They're always going to mention me and him in the same boat. So who's he going to fight?
Well, I think he was sort of saying to me, he was sort of looking at what he said to me. He said, look, guys like Massey, European titles, etc. That's what he was saying. But yeah, I guess if there's any...
Is that fight going to generate any, like, hype? No. The only fight is me and him. He's capping. Because, listen, that fight with him and Chev was ass. Yeah. Number one ass. That was just rubbish. It was dead. It was like they were having a sparring session, and every time they're slipping on the ring in the middle, they're both looking down, trying to touch gloves. And what is this? What kind of friendly bullshit is this, bro? Yeah. And Chev, he already fought a defeated man already, fam. He lost his last fight, and then he came in. He probably came just for the bag. He just wanted the cash. That's why he probably took this fight. He didn't post anything. He was moving all weird, all silent, all weird. You like what certain people were saying. He was moving funny at the press conference and that, saying no one respects him as a champion and that. But look how he performed.
Yeah.
So he's lucky. He kind of got a gifted belt. Chev basically handed the belt to him.
So there was nothing that impressed you from Vidal, because I think Vidal took a lot. A lot of people gave him credit for that performance, but not in your view. No credit for Vidal for that fight.
Bro, Vidal just does what Vidal does, which is jab and do a little bit of dancing and running and whatever, doing some little jink boxing and then moving around. Chev looked like he was just stuck in the mud. Short feet probably. I don't know how old he is, but probably got some short feet now. The way he was moving. And I was just like, bro, what is this, bro? What is this, man?
Do you think, so from what Vidal says there, do you think it might be a case of him not wanting, not whether, I know he talked about opportunity, but do you think it's more a case of him not wanting to lose you in a sense, not wanting to fight you?
Probably, yeah. But he's listen, bro, if he fights me, I'm rapping, I'm punching him up, straight, I'm punching him up.
Does it mean more because of what he said with the pull-out as well?
Obviously that adds to it, but just in general, we'll see, man, because he's one of them guys. He's not that good, I think he thinks he's better than he is, and his YouTube kids that follow him think he's like God's greatest gift. But hey, don't let that shit get to your head.
So, from when you see Vidal getting the credit, from what you believe, does that frustrate you if you don't you don't believe it? Yeah.
There's one thing I'm not, and I'm not a hater.
Yeah.
I'm not a hater. I don't hate on no one. Do you know what I mean? Everyone has their paths. Everyone has their plans, but. Based off that performance, that was ass, man.
From what you're saying there, would you entertain a Chev Clarke fight as well?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Like, I would love to, but, the reason why, even with the Perspin situation, Ben Shalom was like, we'll make the Vidal fight. But like the Perspins made the Vidal fight when Chev was going to fight me. So I was like, you know what, because me, I don't care what, I'll fight whoever. I'll fight on the Matchroom show. Yeah. But obviously, what happened, innit? So, of course I would entertain the Chev fight. But obviously, he's had 2 on the bounce now. I don't know what his situation is. I don't know what he's on. Like, I don't know what's going to happen with him now, innit?
Yeah, no, I understand that. I guess for yourself, when is an ideal sort of timeline of return can we expect?
There's certain things I have to sort out as well with the boxing board. Yeah. And then I'll get back on it, man. As soon as I finish that situation is done, I'll be back on it.
Must be itching to get back, I'd imagine.
Yeah, of course, man. Of course. Like, missing out on the action, right? Yeah. But it's all good, man.
Yeah, good stuff. Isaac, look, I appreciate you taking time to speak to me. It's good to catch up, and look forward to the return of Isaac Chamberlain, mate.
Come on, my
appreciate
boy.
it. Thank you, man. Cheers.